Zoe?
A crow!
Zoe? Zoe? Zoe?
Poor crow.
Shoo, bird.
Oh, shoo yourself, you big hairy lug.
What in Charles' name? I know you. You arrived with that Stark girl yesterday. You're her bird.
Her bird? I am my own bird, I'll have you know. Her bird. Pfft, the nerve of some people. Besides, I lost her. She done gone vanished on me. I am, it seems, an expert at misplacing beautiful young women.
She's not misplaced. She's with the Resistance.
The Resistance. So she did find the rebels, and she didn't think to tell me. Well, some friend she turned out to be.
Well, to be fair to the girl, it wasn't entirely voluntary.
What do you mean? They kidnapped her. Crow to the rescue! So, where exactly did they kidnap her to?
I'm not supposed to... Well, I reckon the chances of you being an Azadi spy are rather remote. And that poor girl could probably use a friend. Do you know the old Sentinel Library outside the city? It's in ruins now, but beneath it, in the Enclave, you'll find your girl. Unless they took her head, in which case...
Hold on, Zoe! Hold on to your head! I'm on my way!
Good crow! Find her.
I trust you got some sleep last night?
I would have, if you guys believed in bed sheets and pillows.
You are fortunate to be alive, girl. Who are you? Why do you ask questions about the Resistance?
On the other hand, asking for the rebels is what got me into I was just lost, confused. I wasn't really looking for you guys.
So, what are you looking for?
Someone who can help me get to the Purple Mountains.
I don't know where that is.
What about the Ular?
I'm sorry.
Obnaxis? Of the Venar?
I have heard of the Venar, but they left the Northlands. And Obnexus? Maybe a whisper. Long ago? Nothing more. I cannot help you.
Damn. Is there anyone here who would know?
Perhaps. But you haven't answered my question, girl. Why should we help you? For all I know, you're an agent of the Azadi.
No, I'm...
Zoe! She's Zoe!
Balance.
Don't you dare touch her head. She's on an important mission.
I see. And who are you?
Crow. Honorary rebel, long-term avian buddy, and occasional sidekick of April Ryan. Rebel leader, adventurer, hero, savior of the balance. That's right. Here's Crow. This is him. I'm me. So... where's April? She can vouch for Zoe. They're best friends, tight as two chicks in a nest. I don't see April. Is she out on a mission, or sleeping in, or... Why are you both looking at me like that?
Oh, yeah, you don't.
I thought you
She's
knew.
dead.
Knew what? What's going on? What?
April Ryan is dead, Bird. She was assassinated during an Azadi raid on Myria the winter before last. She died a hero's death and was given a hero's burial. We remember her fondly.
What?
I'm so sorry. Crow! Crow! Okay, I'm an idiot.
I've heard of this bird. Crow. So, you knew April Ryan?
We met a couple of times. I was there when she died. I found her. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. So, yeah, I guess I knew April.
You're the Stark girl. The one who dreams. They spoke of you. Bakim, Bryn, Chawan. They said you were one of us. Oh, this certainly changes things. But how did you...
He's gone. Of course he's gone. I should have seen that coming. It's not like he could just let Kian go without... Ugh, he's such a... Oh. Oh. Hey! Your hair, it's so pretty.
Thanks.
Who's gone, Enu?
What? Oh, Liko. He vanished in the middle of the night, chasing Kian, of course. Idiots, the both of them.
Maybe this is for the best. If Liko can help Kian...
Kian. Big Azadi guy. People call him the Apostle.
You know him?
We met once, briefly. He was kind to me. But isn't he the enemy?
Was. He's with us now. Defected. Yep.
Yep.
Well, except that he abandoned us again to go on a crazy suicide mission.
He left last night.
Of course. After everything that's happened, we just miss each other.
Oh, Enu, this is Zoe. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you, Enu.
You're so pretty. That came out wrong. Wanna be friends?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Zoe needs our help. She has questions. Maybe you
Of
can...
course. No problem. Leave this to me, Shepard.
I'm sorry for questioning you, Zoe. And I'm sorry I could not be of any assistance. Please, stay. Speak with Enu and the others. Perhaps someone here has the answers you're looking for.
Thank you, Shepard.
Where are you from? Your clothes are amazing. Where did you get them?
They came with the jump. I'm from Stark. That's...
Across the divide, on the flip side of the balance, the world of science. Are you serious? That's incredible. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. I am seriously worried my head might explode. I think I need to sit down.
Oh, don't explode. I'm not that special. I mean, you're orange, and the ears...
I'm just a boring old Zid. It's totally normal. Holy crap, Stark. I can't believe it. How did you get here? Are you a shifter?
A dreamer. I just dream myself here.
Just dream yourself here. That's it. No biggie. You are the best thing I have ever seen. Seriously.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
So, what do you need help with? Shepard said...
I'm trying to find the Purple Mountains, and a tribe of magical creatures called the Ular. Someone, a Venar named Abnaxus, told me to...
Oh, slow down. Okay. Purple Mountains, Ular, Venar, Abnaxus, right? Nope. None of that sounds remotely familiar. I have never heard any of those words before. Of course, there are a lot of things I don't know. I was a farm girl. A silly zidling. There's so much I don't know. But I do know where to look for answers.
Oh? Where?
The library. The library holds all the answers. Do you have libraries in Stark? Never mind, silly question. Of course you don't. I'll go to our library right now and start looking. Purple Mountains, Ular, Abnaxus of the Venar. Come find me when you're ready. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Oh, sorry.
It was so cute. So cute.
A round table? Check. Chivalrous knights? Check. I assume it's not an actual dragon's head, but you just never know in this world. Shepard, leader of the rebels. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. She scares me a bit. They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to. There are fewer rebels than I thought. Having seen what they're up against, I'm worried.
Oh gosh.
I was just... I mean, I'm not... Are you supposed to be walking around on your own?
He looks guilty. Is this your room?
Well, we don't... You know, we don't have our own rooms. Anyway, Keen's gone. I was just looking for... It's Zoe, is it not? I'm Jakai, Benrima Salman's nephew. She said some very nice things about you.
You'll have to give her my regards. How is Benrime? I noticed the Journeyman was closed down.
Yeah, she's in Coldstone. They arrested her for colluding with the Resistance. She was sentenced to 10 years in the dungeons. I don't know if she'll survive that. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're back in town.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do without her. She's the only family I have. Look, I have to go into town on an errand now, but please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Kian's room. Okay. Okay.
They kept me locked up in one of those cells all night. This may not be a prison, but it's not far from it.
I wish I could have been more helpful. And
I understand.
there's much I'd like to, perhaps another time.
I'd like that.
I don't know what your mission is, but we shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted.
I'm so sorry, Crow. I thought you knew.
It's fine. It's not your fault. I just can't... I can't believe she's gone. But I sort of knew, you know? I felt it in my heart. And that final time we were together, it wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like too much time had passed and we drifted apart. I should have known it wouldn't last.
He's not alone in I know that feeling. It's something you just have to learn to live with.
I know. I will. Were you there when she...
Perhaps better to avoid the topic and get him thinking about other things. I witnessed the whole thing. I was there. I saw it happen. I tried to help her, to save her. I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
Not your fault. Bad things happen. People die. Life goes on. Anyway, did I help with, you know, the rebel thing? Did they believe you? That you're not a spy?
You did. They do. It's fine now. They'll help us.
Good, good, good. They're not gonna cut your head off?
What? No?
Good, good.
Good.
I wish I could have been more helpful. But it was 10 years ago, and I didn't really pay attention to what April said about that Abnaxis chap.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I need to be alone for a little while. Clean my feathers, sharpen my beak, reflect on the nature of life. Bird stuff.
Totally understand.
I'll find you in the city.
The library's in the back, if you're looking for...
A white dragon. There's only supposed to be one of those at any given time. I met the current one. She was beautiful and eccentric.
Abnaxis, Purple Mountains, Ular.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her.
Nope, nothing, no. I've been trying to find a book or scroll or manuscript or map or torn note page or ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or the Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has never let me down before. Bad library.
She seems so curious about me and Enu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Enu. I am Enu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Jakai. He's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
Neural programming. I mean, I did. Then my world shut down, and now I just watch a lot of shows and eat. Sorry.
Didn't understand any of that, but it was still amazing. Tell me again?
Maybe next time?
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
This is where you just joined the Resistance?
Oh,
Hey
yes.
there!
No. Not really
Devil!
just.
How you doing?
About
Long time no
half a year
see. What's
ago?
going on?
Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
Well,
time flies.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a bad situation.
right. And it's my duty. We're doing good, important work here. Also, I didn't want to end up living the life my parents wanted for me.
I can identify with that.
This is so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that. Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
I do.
Do you have a
I
boyfriend?
think. We haven't spoken in a while, and he doesn't know. I think we need to have a long talk if I get back home. It's been a very tough year. For
You're
the both
quiet.
of us. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried to remember, but I couldn't. Until my memories caught up with me. Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Yes, please?
So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read. I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues, but
Nothing about the Purple Mountains or the Ular?
nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially, but the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated,
Or?
or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel terrible. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could...
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place? I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaxis' stone tree if I can't even get a mattress that isn't flea and maggot infested. Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be me striped breeches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartillus are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing, except for, not those words exactly.
Oh, I left my life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now. I'm making a difference.
What happened to your theoretical blindness?
Cured! I was blind, theoretically, but now I can see. To be honest, some days I wonder if I ever was theoretically blind, or if it was all hypothemetaphysical. You know, just in my head, like. It was simpler being blind Bob and resorting to beggaring and vagrancy than taking a long, hard look at myself in a speculum, particularly on account of the blindness. I wish me old pa could have lived to see me. He always believed in me, even when I didn't. To the bitter end, he told me I had potential. I nodded and wept and promised him I'd try my best. Then, as he drew his last ragged breath, I stole his purse and his breeches. Well, pa, I'm sorry about the breeches. I'm making something of life now. Making something of myself. I'm no longer blind Bob. Call me Bob who can see.
General? Are you an actual general?
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here so the place don't crumble to pieces. Shepard's busy with the strategering. Kian sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary, and Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the ladder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
Nope.
I just can't imagine. How did you end up with the rebels?
Not long after you and I met, I overdosed on mulled wine. Spooked me good, that did. I figured I had two choices. Either spend the remainder of my days in the gutter, stinking of foreign spices and currants, and to be honest, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of days left. Or I could clean myself up, try to amount to something after a lifetime wasted on wine, women, and various gutters. The moment I looked up, I saw how the Azadi were running magicals out of Marcuria. I couldn't ignore it. It was disgraceful. I mean, magicals always treated me with kindness and respect. I felt I owed them. So, here I am, doing my part and paying my debts. Aside from the gambling and the bar tabs, mind you. And I feel 20 years younger to boot.
Do you know someone called Abnaxus?
Abnaxus? Now there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years. Where do you know it from?
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaxus recently. Well, I dreamed about Abnaxus. Or maybe it was more like a vision. This sounds crazy, I know, but...
Sounds completely sane to me, lass. Abnaxus turning up in visions, That's exactly the sort of fellow he was. Persistent, unpredictable, and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar ambassador to Ireed. This was before the gutters, when I was still a dapper chap on the Marcurian party circuit. We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going blind, theoretically, and he saw everything, past, present, and future. Years later, as he was leaving town, he entrusted me with the key to his home, said to take care of it. I'd sleep there from time to time. Very uncomfortable bunk. Musty smell of ancient books and foreign weeds. I didn't much care for it, to be honest.
Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye. Aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains. They're...
No, sorry. Purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle. The Turtle Mountains. Nope, never heard of them. Sorry.
You said something about a key to Abnaxus's house?
They called it the Abode back then. Abnaxus's Abode. Primitive accommodations, but luxurious location. Prime real estate. Central with a garden view. Very quiet at night.
And the key? Do you still have it? Sorry, this is really important.
Oh, I carry it with me every day. After all, it is a magic key. Figured it might do me lumbago some good.
What about this house? I mean, the abode?
Ah, also still there, and not hard to find. Sits right circle in the center of the city green. Abnaxus carved it out of a petrified tree with his own morbidly huge hands. A few years ago, the authorities turned it into an historical landmark. Of course, no one can get inside, on account of the Venar magic. Not without the key, at least.
This key, can I...
Oh, sure. Heavier than it looks, ain't it? More powerful than iron, worth its weight in precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to the first magic. None of that modern hocus-pocus. You feel it in your fingers when you hold it. Tingles, don't it?
It does. Sorry, I know this is asking a lot, but can I...
Borrow it? Aye, why not? It's done the lumbago no good. And I don't have much use for the place, now that I've a proper bunk here. But keep it safe. Abnaxus left most of his belongings behind and entrusted me with their care. I'd hate to betray that trust.
I promise. I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow fur. I don't think that'd be kosher. Hey, I made progress. Blind Bob, the General, gave me the key to Abnaxus's house. I might find what I'm looking for there.
That's great! Oh, I wish I could come with you, but there's this whole furry thing I've got going on. It's a big no-no in the city these days.
Sorry about that. Humans can be real dicks sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Some humans, not most. You're a good human. What are these dicks you speak of?
That's not important. Thanks again for your help.
Are you leaving already? We just met, and you'll come back though, right?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. Because there's so much I want to talk about, and I'll let you go now. Thanks for talking to me, Zoe. I miss you already. Shut up now. Anu, okay. Thanks. Bye!
You spoke with the General. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
May your gods favor your journey. You'll be in my thoughts and dreams.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave.
Okay. Let's do that.
Now I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around. I feel better having Crow around, even though
You're
I'm
back.
not sure
And
what
your
he can
head's
do.
still on. Did you
Still,
swim?
A useless swim? No.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaxus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
I keep overhearing people talking about the reaping. This
I
must all
really
be part
wish
of the
you had
harvest
wings.
celebrations. So do I, Crow. Hey, are you okay?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
I mean, April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches. It's either that or punch back. Real hard.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean, wow.
Harvest festivals are the same everywhere.
How's your
Pumpkins
memory coming along?
transcend
Do you
interdimensional
remember anything
divides.
about this place
It's the
now?
vegetable that ties... I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything. What with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain. So what can you expect?
Why are you asking me? I'm not
They're preparing for a shindig of some kind. Any celebration that involves burning large sacks of hay is guaranteed success in my book. Pyres for celebrations or human sacrifices, one of the above. It looks like they're getting ready to celebrate Reap Moon's Eve. What's going on here? Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaxus's abode? Great. That's great.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Once this unholy tree's been knocked down, the electorate will take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things done. Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris Esquire at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, hmm? You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch...
Male.
As you well know, she's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, and our women folk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
He appears... It looks like they're... Let's see if I can... It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for commissioner.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Marcurian. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the course.
Why are you trying to...
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the Resistance has put us all up, for believe me, they're too big.
Well...
Look, here's... And remember... Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a tree.
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Why?
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
Is that the best you can do? Oh, I take the axe myself and just moisturise my hands. This is dry air.
I wish I had wings. I could just fly to the Purple Mountains. After I get some proper directions. Good bird.
So what now?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
We kill them, bury their bodies, and then go about our lives as if nothing happened.
Ooh, you're dark,
That's
man.
disturbing.
That's dark.
I know. I'm dark.
I'm really not in the mood for killing today. Or any day.
Fine, then you come up with something.
What are you doing? Don't force me to take over and embarrass you in front of everyone. It's
Again?
God damn it. Not the Necromancer's stone fortress. A talking
Geronimo!
bird. Filthy magic. Damnation. Where did it go?
I got nothing.
Soft feathers.
Yeah, I...
Still, you filthy little fowl.
Are you doing this just...
Don't move, I've got you now. What? Not again.
I'm petting a talking bird in a parallel universe. This is going to require years of therapy.
Someday soon I'm gonna...
I don't remember what it was.
Wait for it. Cursed fowl.
Thank the gods of feathers. Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
Still, you filthy little fowl.
Geronimo!
Oops. I killed him.
What are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about? They should provide us with a few of their explosive sticks so that we can take matters into our own hands and eradicate this sorcerous
If it
plague.
wasn't for Honor's goons,
My
I would
skin
thump that
crawls at
reactionary
the-
misogynist on the head.
Goddamn-
No court would convict me. It would be... About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes? What about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where? Go look for that goddamn bird over there.
Someday soon I'm gonna complain to the guild.
He's tired of me.
Still, you filthy little fowl. Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
That was brilliant! First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since... I don't know, I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new
interesting.
normal. Right, so, get out of my...
Whoa, Nelly! Easy, easy. There's nothing to worry about. Zoe Castillo. You're literally the last person I expected to find in here.
He's right. This is... I have no memory of this man. I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. Brian, right?
Right. Brian. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remember nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Like that book you were looking at. That's the Annals of Dreaming. Only 5 were ever made. It must be worth... Well, it's valuable, extremely valuable.
I'm not sure I want to tell this man up. I know my way around wards.
So I see. Your talents run deeper than I remember, Miss Castillo. I'm impressed. Pardon my curiosity, but what are you looking for here? Abnaxis himself vanished a decade ago.
It's not that I don't trust him, but I was just curious about what was in here.
You know what they say about curiosity, Miss Castillo?
It killed the cat?
What? No. Curiosity is the doorway
No.
to knowledge and wisdom. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we? Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Abnaxis must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally... Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Interesting.
Abnaxis was a very well-read man, thing. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
This is fascinating.
This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop. Abnaxis must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
What does this mean?
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Looks like a handwritten note. It's another one of Abnaxis's notes. What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages. This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Abnaxus means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this Soul Stone is important. Abnaxus left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
I don't know where to go next. I should stay here and look for more clues.
Ah, I knew it! I knew it!
Abnaxus was a very well-read man, thing. There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Oh, the map.
I'm sure Abnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person.
I knew
if I make it to
knew
Cloud
it.
Peak.
If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Abnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to... I guess... Okay. I mean, it's not my house.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ms. Castillo. I hope our paths cross again very soon.